G'day guys. I'm on the PTR because I got not a lot to do on live at the moment. So I thought I'd have a play around with all this new stuff. And I'm honestly, I haven't tested any of this. I just jumped on, messed around a little bit. I was just making sure my auras worked and everything like that. I recopied my character over to get a few extra bits that I've gotten since the last time I copied the character over. But yeah, so the main thing I want to look at is the Soul of the Battle Lord here. Actually, let's just bang it straight on here. Oh, I can't equip more legendaries. Blizzard actually changed this, I think yesterday. Perhaps they're just gonna test a few abilities before they settle on one. But they've given Fury now. You'll remember it used to be Carnage, which we use Carnage in the first tier. We don't use Carnage now. It's not to say Carnage isn't okay, but it was really going to be which combination were we going to use. We're going to use Frothing Berserker and then get Carnage, or we're going to still use Frothing Berserker and get Massacre. Getting Carnage just means that when you got to your 100 rage, I'm assuming this is what it would have meant. You get to 100 rage, you burn your rage with Rampage, and you don't go down, you don't bottom out on Fury. So your Rampage is 85, means your Rampage would have only been 70 rage, so you'd start to build again from 30 rage rather than building from 15. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it would have allowed you for theoretically more uptime on Frothing Berserker because you were getting back to 100 rage much quicker. Yeah, it's just a faster pendulum, really, sort of action. But now they've changed it, so it's Massacre. Now, I love Massacre. This is going to make it interesting to see which is the more theoretical DPS, higher DPS spec. Because Arms has gone through so many changes. I was reading them yesterday, and it's hard to sort of picture what it's actually going to be like. And I'm gonna have a play with it, and I'll do Arms next. But I thought I'd just have a look at this first. So now, if I just, for argument's sake, let's just chuck that on instead, and let's put, where the fuck is it? There. So now I've got Massacre as well as Frothing Berserker. And to see what Massacre does, let's just beat this dummy up real quick. Come on, dummy, die. Fine. Alright, so normally when you're executing, there's my free Rampage. Execute. Execute. If it crits, you get a free Rampage. So it turns your execute phase into this. Oh look, free Rampage. And then I gotta execute to maintain my stacks. Ah, free Rampage. So it's enraging you. The Rampage is enraging you. Now obviously, when you get this up, you're gonna use it on Bloodthirst. Because you don't want to accidentally use a non-free Rampage, because then you're gonna lose all your rage. But it literally just turns into this, back and forth, back and forth. Like, it's so good. And when you're enraged, this is when you'll start to make decisions like, oh well, I'm enraged, I'm gonna just keep on banging and execute. And then I'm gonna use it. See, now I just want to put in executes because they're gonna be powerful under Battlecry, and then I'll use my, now I'm not enraged anymore, so I'll use it. There it is, and I'm enraged again. And this is gonna make really good synergy for executey fights. So that's it, yeah, everyone gets that. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. How cool is that? It's pretty fucking awesome, right? For execute phase, it's going to be way more fun than just like, you know, executing, and then getting rage starved. And then trying to get back up to enough rage, and you throwing in Furious Slashes, throwing in Bloodthirst and stuff just to keep yourself enraged. Way more fun. Way more fun. More DPS. I don't know. Probably when you start to work out when to throw rampages and when to execute. I mean, when you're enraged, you really want to be executing, I guess. And then when it's about to drop off, you hit a rampage to re-enrage yourself. But anyway, things to be worked out. Yeah. But that's super cool. Super cool. And what I was saying, the synergy with it is, let's get rid of this helm here. Let's just throw on another tier helm. There's a new legendary, which are these. So this, Rampage Critical Strikes generate rage. So now when you're in the execute phase, doing your thing, do you know what I mean? If you get a rampage and it crits, it's going to give you rage. Which it's not doing. Let's just do this, do that. I'll throw on before my battle cry one. Yeah, see, there you go. You're getting rage from it. See, it brings you up. Again. Yeah. So, it's going to make that way better. And if, I think I saw somewhere, who was it that was speculating? I think it was Preach that was speculating. If you don't know who Preacher is, yeah, on YouTube. He does tons of content. He was speculating that these rings will not take up a legendary slot. Which makes sense because they are clearly just super powerful. So it would basically mean that these are the default choices plus another legendary, which I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna guess about it. But that's what it is. So if you can have these and they don't take up a legendary slot, it's gonna be so cool. But that's what's going on there. Someone asked me the other day to test what's more powerful, 4-piece. Not what's more powerful, but what's the difference in damage between the 4-piece tier 19 and the 4-piece tier 20. It's a good question. I mean, if we take out the new legendaries, go back to just what I would normally wear. Where's my fucking Pridos? There we go. Which means I gotta quickly... Apologies. I gotta do... let's just call it that. Show tooltip, and then it's gonna be cast. Of course, I accidentally cast it because I forgot to push shift. Well done, sir. How good am I? Save. Bang that in there. And just put that over there so I can see the cooldown. And they're obviously nerfing Draft of Souls. But anyway. Yeah, people want to see the difference between the 4-piece tier 19, 4-piece tier 20. It's not a very equal comparison because the set bonuses operate very differently. But for argument's sake here, let's just do a pull with each and see where we're at. I'll play the rotations identical. Same trinkets, just different tier sets. I'll even use the same tier set, the tier slots, should I say. So legs, gloves, cloak and shoulders. Just for comparison. I kind of cocked it up because I'm waiting for this to come off cooldown now. 28 seconds. And with Draft of Souls, obviously it's going to hit for a lot less. Because I believe on the PTR they've already rolled out the 40% nerf. But we'll see. We'll see this. I assume everything's going to work, rotation-wise. I'll pop an old word potion as well, just by the fuck of it. How we going here? 2, 1. Alright, let's go. And I'll Odin's Fury in the same GCD. And I'm not going to execute, of course. So, and I don't know how long I'll do it for. We'll go till... it sort of like really tapers off. So just going. The urge to hit execute is real. So just going along. How we doing here? Still kind of dropping a little bit. I didn't realise that's hitting the other target dummy, but it'll hit the other target dummy when I use the other test. So sitting around 1.2, 1.1. I won't use avatar again, or should I go to avatar cooldowns? That'll be, yeah, okay, that'll be the measurement. I'll use the next avatar, and when avatar drops off, that'll be when I'll stop. Because it means 2 Drafter Souls rotations. Alright, so 13 seconds, 11, 10, 7, and that's it. So 1.03 mil. Have a quick geezer at the breakdown. Pretty even Stevens. I'm still in combat here. I'm still in combat here. Get out of combat, you twat. Alright, there we go. So what's that? 1.3 mil raging blow. Yeah. 670k. You know, all that stuff. Bloodthirst hitting 800k, that's not bad. Wow, look at that. Fell. No, I usually get 920k ticks, 910k ticks, 545k ticks. Interesting. Yeah, offhand raging blows, blah blah blah. Odin's Fury. Wow, that's hitting a bit harder. And I'm assuming if I have a sneaky peek and see me talents, it's going to show somewhere where they've baked in the extra 10%, or maybe they're not. Maybe it's not written in any of your talents. Anyway, so that's that. Now let's go through and get me tier 20 on. Alright. So Bloodthirst crits have a 50% chance to give you Raging Thirst, which increases your next Raging Blow. Not your next Raging Blow, but all your Raging Blows for the next 8 seconds by 50%. Just a quick note though, if you spec out of in a rage, it only increases it. Oh no, it still increases it by 50%. I thought it increased it for more. There's some change to it. Ah, it's the 4 set. So Raging Blow increases the damage and healing of your next Bloodthirst by 20%. But if you spec into Inner Rage, it increases it by 50%. Obviously because you can't Raging Blow often enough. Well, you can't stack this up as quickly as if you spec in a rage, because it gives Raging Blow a cooldown. With Frenzy, you can just spam it when you're enraged, which means it'll build up much faster. So within a rage, the most you're ever going to get is probably 2 stacks before you cast a Bloodthirst. So it'll get, you know, unless there's some situations where you manage to cast Raging Blow more, or you, for some reason you're not casting Bloodthirst on cooldown. Yeah, but that's that. And yeah, the 2 set doesn't change. So 8 seconds, the most you're going to get in is 2 Raging Blows. Whereas if you spec Frenzy, the 2-piece would be better, because you could potentially get in more Raging Blows, but it's going to hit for less because Inner Rage is lost. I'm still, like I said, I'm going to do the rotation exactly the same. So let's go again. Here we go. Let's see what the change is. So we'll pop the Old War again. Oh, and I forgot to Odin's Fury. Okay, so this probably isn't going to be an equal test. Anyway. So I did create a weak aura for when the bonus damage to Bloodthirst comes up, which you can see right there. And I also created a weak aura, so there's a 1 stack Bloodthirst. It's not critting though. Thanks very much. It's really not critting. And okay, so I've done the rotation. Clearly worse because I'm too busy paying attention to the fucking weak auras. So if this pulls more damage, then you can obviously see how much better it is. Because I'm playing the rotation. I'm really fucking it up. But anyway. So yeah, the bottom one, this bottom icon is the bigger, the 50% bigger Raging Blows. The top one is obviously the bigger Bloodthirsts. Boom, that's gonna hit hard. Oh. Making an utter mess of it. Anyway. I guess we're gonna see that it's not a huge difference. I should probably do this again though. Hopefully sneak this Rage and Blow in. So what was it before? 1.03. So this is, even with my terrible playing, because I was trying to deconstruct my own weak auras, is higher. And I think you'll find the reason why. Well, shit. I'm trying to climb a rock there. Get out of combat here. And obviously keep in mind that I haven't checked the stats on the pieces. This obviously isn't enchanted. My stats have gone down haste wise. I've lost 2% haste. You know. But anyway, if you look at this, the damage breakdown, check this out. Raging Blow, main hands over 2 million. Oh yeah. Bloodthirsts, over 1 million, 1.2. So they're the two, that's where your damage ends up going to. Yeah. So, yeah, I think, obviously, if I was playing better, I think you would have seen that quite like a touch higher. I mean, look at the previous one. Where did it go? No, I can't bloody remember. This thing's bugging out. Oh, it's dropped because it would have tapered off after the end. But anyway, that's I suppose that's all I wanted to have a look at in this video. I'm already up to 17 minutes, so yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna switch over to arms and have a play with arms because there's a ton of stuff for arms. Arms is gonna drag on like crazy. I probably won't do the comparison between the tiers with arms because no one really cares. But yeah, there it is. Have fun. Any questions? Fire up, and I'll jump back on here and have a play. All right, cheers, guys.